name's Michael League, and I love J Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J Ross in St. Louis, hanging around with the man himself, the chief cook and bottle washer for Snarky Puppy. Y'all, one of the top bands. I mean, man, when I tell you these guys put it down, they put it down. This is Mike League, also the bass player. What's up, Big Mike?
Not a damn thing.
Hey, now where the name Snarky Puppy come from, Mike?
It's a secret, actually.
Oh, okay.
It is a secret, yeah. No, it's not a secret. It's just a really uninteresting story, so I prefer to leave it as a secret so people can invent creative stories.
Well, let's talk about you a little bit before we get with the band. Now, you play the bass. How long you been bassing?
I started guitar when I was 14, and then 4 years later I switched to bass, so about 10 years.
What made you transition from guitar to bass? Girls?
No, definitely not that. I would have gone the other way. No, you know, the thing it was just a weird series of circumstances. My high school had too many guitar players in its school jazz band,
right,
and no bass players. So my senior year they asked me to play bass because they told me it was more important than guitar. So I switched over and I never looked back.
Now, how long did it take you to transition? A lot of people, it take them a long time to pick up bass. For you, was it easy?
You know, I mean, I was like in general kind of very much a self-taught musician until I went to college. So for me it was easy to sound okay.
Yeah.
But then when I got to college, you know, and it was a more competitive environment, my teacher was really great and the students were all really great. It kind of like forced me to improve at a higher rate, you know. So I mean, in ways it was easy, but I definitely put a lot of work in.
Yeah, once again, y'all, we're in St. Louis at the old Rock House with the man, Big Mike, I'm gonna call him, lead bass player for Snarky Puppy, also the leader. Hey, Mike, now, growing up, did you always into music? Was it in your home and everything?
Yeah. My mom was is a flautist. She went to Florida State University, and her father was a band director for like 40 or 50 years. And my brother's a Greek and Irish musician. You know, I mean, like, there's a lot of people in the family that are musicians. So yeah, I was always around it.
Now, a bunch of y'all songs you guys play are funky as all get out. Where did that come from out of your spirit? Is it just songs you heard and just go back?
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, my parents grew up listening to really great music. They grew up listening to James Brown and Stevie Wonder and like Parliament, and, you know, all kinds of funky stuff. So I listened to it from a young age, but you know, I didn't really get exposed to that culture until high school. I started playing with like a gospel band at a Black Baptist church near DC, and then when I moved to Dallas, I went to school in Denton, and then I moved to Dallas and started messing around with Sput and Bobby and Bernard Wright and all these guys, and that's where like I really dove into that scene, you know. So that's where I think that the funk thing comes from, just playing with guys that understand it.
Yeah. Now, being the leader of the band, what is some of the things that you have to do that people don't see? You know, that you just always in the mix.
Driving a van, booking gigs, you know, advancing gigs, sending thousands and thousands of emails every year, you know. I mean, silly stuff, you know, like moving equipment around, you know, cleaning the van, you know, just random, all the stuff that everybody else does in their normal lives that you would expect a band leader to not do.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So you, what's next for Snarky Puppy?
Well, we're on a 2.5 month long tour right now. We went to Europe and now we've been in the States. And we got 2.5 more weeks. We're going to Colorado and Wakarusa Music Festival and playing in North Carolina, Virginia, and New York. And then after that, we got like a month off, 2 months off. And we're gonna go back to Europe, go back to do more touring in the States, try and make a record early next year with a bunch of singers. Yeah. So, you know.
And what kind of toll does it take on family life being gone that long?
Well, only one of us in the band, well, only a couple of us, I guess, have families. So, you know, the majority of the guys aren't married. But, you know, being on the road it's an old school profession, I think. You know, people don't do it much anymore. Musicians, like the way that we do it, like going out for 2 months in a van, you know, roughing it. It's an old school profession, and the world hasn't really adapted, or it hasn't really adapted to the way that the world works. So it gets tough, you know. It gets tough. I think everyone's used to, in today's world, we're all used to communicating very quickly. Right. You know, sending a text and getting a response right away, calling, you know. And being on the road, you know, there's like times when you can't pick up your phone, times when you can't text, times when you're in an area that doesn't have service, whatever. And it gets hard, like keeping relationships close with the people you love. But I think at the end of the day, everybody understands that.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they give it the benefit of the doubt.
No, last question. Now, is the Fender bass your weapon of choice?
It is.
Why Fender?
76 precision. I mean, because all my favorite bass players play it.
Right.
You know, Palladino, James Jamerson. You know, they're all Fender guys. So it's like, for me, that sound it keeps me grounded. I think, like, in the tradition of playing bass.
Yeah.
Like, reminds me what I need to be doing, and that the guys that I love did what they did with just that. 4 strings, 1 pickup. You know.
All right, give your website and Facebook information. People can find you and buy your stuff.
Yeah, snarkypuppy.com or facebook.com/snarkypuppy. We got a new record out, so you can find that on both those sites. You know, and stay in touch with us. Also, Twitter at real snarky puppy.
Also, it's an artificial Snarky Puppy out there somewhere.
There's a poser Snarky Puppy out there somewhere.
All right. Every time you say Snarky Puppy, I want to go woof woof.
You can. Feel free.
Hey, y'all. Once again, y'all, we're going to roll up out of here. This is Jay Ross. 10 million strong, y'all, in St. Louis with Michael League, bass player and leader of Snarky Puppy, y'all. Thanks for the interview, bruh. We're going to roll up out of here. Peace.
All right.